I had an experience in my 20s of a great degree of freedom, and my life circumstances didn't change too much. It was kind of a realization that something else is here. And then since then, of course, is the search in many different flavors. And you use the word longing. And I guess that's the simplest way to describe it, is a longing. And what preceded that opening at the time was a deep surrender. And surrender it's kind of a clunky word after a while. Because you say, okay, how do you surrender, and how defeats the purpose? But a direction I've been going, in part the last 15 years, is more of a indigenous and curandera path with medicines. And it feels very right. I'm not really questioning that too much. I guess there is a very respected teacher just cautioned to be careful that my open doors I'm not ready for. But it feels like the pace is doable. Yeah, I don't even know what the question is, other than there's this longing for that freedom again. And sometimes I taste it, and kind of the most powerful cone for me right now is what's looking is what you're looking for. It's kind of like my eyeball has to go back in. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about it except for this longing is it lives. It has a life. Maybe let's pause there and see what if you have anything to say.
There's no need to I don't think you are, but there's no need to suppress that longing. It's the longing to come home, to beingness. Through all your experiences, it doesn't matter which path you're on. There are no wrong doors. If the door that is opening has appeared in your life, that's what I mean by harmony. It's because it's meant to be. Now, of course, there is discernment in that. If in deep listening and sensing from beingness, listening to intelligence, inner intelligence, not the intelligence of the intellectual mind, of the intellect, but a much more subtle and yet visceral, textural intelligence that says, no, this isn't the way to walk. Then you listen to that. But if it says, yes, it's unknown, I don't know where this leads, but it's a yes, then you follow that. You listen to that. This is natural intelligence, the natural impulse. In that sense, the path is the path, however it reveals itself to you. The longing is constant. Whichever path you're on, that's what you're really listening to, not the outcome of the the path, but the longing that has brought you to the path. That longing is just the longing to deepen, not horizontally to some destination on the path, but within yourself. Let it be so. Let it vibrate through your whole being.
That's very helpful.
Yeah. At some point in my experience, in my life, in my path, whilst I was not so much or very little in this kind of environment where I had would have had the opportunity to dialogue with this language, I was very much on my own, but what did arise at some point was the longing to know what was more true than suffering. I can rephrase that, which I think I did at the time. The way that it expressed itself through me was, what is the meaning of suffering? What is the meaning of it? What is its purpose? Which is, in other words, what is its truth? What is the seed of truth within suffering that can take me all the way home, although I wouldn't have used that particular language just there. But that's what I was looking for, which was like a deep prayer, which is the longing, from the depth of me, from the depth of being, from the depth of the truth, essential truth, not known through philosophy or ideology or spirituality, but right there in my direct experience. That very question, because it was pure. It's not how can I be enlightened or how can I be free. I didn't ask how can I be free of suffering. I asked what is the purpose of suffering. It took me all the way home.